Necklace. I buy bitches, you buy them sections. You buy watches, I buy collections. Misery's fueling your aggression. Jealousy's turned into obsession. Reality TV is mud rest.
Just Prince TV here. The Clipse, Let God Sort Them Out. The album is finally here. And this album has so much hype behind it that I wanted some of the hype to cool down before I tell you my views on it. And it's funny because this project has so much hype around it, but it only mainly has a lot of hype around it for the simple fact that it's the return of the Clipse, right? If the Clipse was a group that never broke up and they continued to make music, this album would not have the hype behind it that it has. Only reason why it has a true amount of hype is because Malice is back, the Clipse is back as a group, and people hear the name, the Clipse. They think of Lord Willing, they think of Grinding, they think of all those hits like that. And that gives them a nostalgia that they want to experience with this album. So that's part of the reason why it was so hyped. Now, the pros of this album is, one of the things is the features. And Kendrick Lamar and Nas probably dropped two of the best verses of the year as features on songs, right? And they both killed it. You know, Nas is the greatest rapper of all time. Kendrick Lamar is an all-time great. And when Kendrick want to rap, he could rap. My only problem with Kendrick is when he puts albums together, sometimes he just gets to lazy mode, or he just wants to experiment too much to a point where it kills who Kendrick is. But anyway, the Clipse do a lot of rapping in this album, a lot of lyrics, very lyric-centric, as only the Clipse could do. But if you're looking for diversity, this is not the place. Because the Clipse is two guys that sound very similar. If you was new and you never heard the Clipse before, you would thought they were the same guys. But besides that, it's all about the bricks. And I'm giving the Clipse credit for being who they are. They're not making love songs. They're not making woke songs. They're not making political songs. You don't buy a Clipse album to hear them talk about those things. You buy a Clipse album to hear lyrics and bricks. All right? When I say bricks, that coke rap. This is one of the biggest guys that brought coke rap to the forefront. All right? There's a lot of coke rappers. You got Griselda, Benny the Butcher. You got the Clipse. A lot of guys do that coke rap, you know, and the Clipse are one of the best at that format. And it's funny because they got some songs on here. What I value the most is Stick to Your Rib songs and So Be It, my favorite track on the album. But then you got Chains and Whips with Kendrick Lamar, and they're using the same beat.
Nigga, please.
As Jim Jones used when he dissed the Clipse and actually beat them in the battle. Yes, Jim Jones beat Pusha T. All right. He basically ethered them. And he got a better album than them. Basically, if you want to be serious about it, Jim Jones got the album of the year so far, still for me. I don't see no album beating Jim Jones' album this year. His album was phenomenal, you know, and his pen game to make songs just got better. But that's neither here or there. We're talking about the Clipse, right? They said it was on a bucket list to make a song with Nas, so they got to make a song with the GOAT. And that song is also good, a good stick to your rib songs. And there's a couple other songs that, you know, may be on replay for a little bit. But here's the thing about this album. I have one little problem. It's Pharrell. The production Pharrell put on this album is not Star Trek, all right? He's experimenting a lot with this album, okay? Some of the beats are just flat out weird. You know, he's trying to be creative with it. And I get that, you know, but still got to be hot, you know? And no matter how weird he makes beats, on this album, the Clipse could rap on them because the Clipse could literally rap over the weirdest forms of beats. But if anybody could do it, it's the Clipse. And here's the thing. Production and lyrics got to go together like peanut butter and jelly. One can't overshadow the other. To make the perfect song, the beat and the lyrics got to be in a marriage. They can't be flirting with each other, and they can't be in an open relationship. And on this album, it looks like they have an open relationship because the beat sometimes is all over the place. But not gonna let that stop the Clipse album from saying that it's a good album, because it still is a good album. Is it the album of the year? No. Is it one of the best albums the Clipse ever made? Yes. Second place. Lord willing is their best album ever. But this is definitely one of their best projects, without a doubt. And it's much needed. And I noticed Malice, he's rapping in this, and he's like one of the guys that people giving praise to because he's back. He says a lot of good lyrics without having to curse too much. But this album, another flaw that was a little bit over the top is this is a God album, so to speak. You know, it's talking about bricks, but at the same time, it's also talking about the consequences, redemption of selling drugs, good and evil, God on your shoulders, the devil on your shoulders. Pick a choice. So this album plays out like a movie about selling bricks mixed with religion. All right? So consequences of selling bricks and feeling guilty of selling those bricks and being a sinner. That's what this album comes off as. But good album, solid. I'm going to give it a 3.5. Good album. You know, so yeah, if you haven't had the chance to check the Clipse album out, check it out. It's still one of the best albums of the year. Peace.